Hey guys, this is our in-depth review of the Ruger American. So the Ruger American you can get for $350.
Yep.
And this base gun is that, but you'll also see there's a muzzle brake and a scope on this because this is also the gun that my son uses this gun. So one note is that we did this as part of a larger video where we reviewed 5 different guns in this $350 price point. And so definitely check that out after you've watched this video where we'll kind of compare the different ones. But here we're going to go all in depth on this gun. So there is a lot to like about the gun.
Yep.
Coming out of the box, it's fairly standard. I mean, the stock feels certainly nicer than the Remington.
Right. It's a composite stock, but it just doesn't feel cheapy plastic.
Yeah, they did some smart things kind of with the beveled edge here and stuff to give it a little bit more strength up front, some stiffness there.
Yeah.
You know, we get at least metal sling studs. Like, the build quality is acceptable, whereas in this price point we saw some that were just not acceptable.
Right, absolutely. Other things about this thing that were just solid. I know it seems maybe a little bit trivial, but the way the safety works, it just makes a lot of sense. It has the S and F, but like, yeah, you can do it with your thumb easily enough. And the F is at least red. I mean, come on, Remington, like, take a cue here. Fill in the F with red, you know? Make it clear to me when the gun is not safe. The bolt works well. I mean,
really good.
It's a smooth, just, I mean,
There's that tiny little...
Right there.
It's not even a catch. It's like, it feels on purpose. Whereas some of them, it felt like something's wrong there.
Right.
But there is that, you got to pay attention.
Yep.
But it feeds reliably every time. You know, you get a mag in there, you don't have to like, look, is my bullet going in? Like, every time, bang, 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 it's going to go.
Right. It's interesting the way that the mag works. A couple of them work this way. And I know this is really common, where it kind of is like on an axis. It's like a radial spring in there. It is a little bit harder to load than like the Mossberg Patriot.
It is.
But it fed really reliably. The magazine actually clips in and out really easily.
You can slap it in and it's fine.
Some of them were finicky to even like get in there, so it comes together really well.
The recoil pad is actually helpful. Some of them are so stiff. This one is good. It's maybe not the best one out of the test, but it was good. So overall build quality, I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. So let's talk about the trigger. So this one came with a 4.5 pound
It's
trigger.
fairly heavy trigger.
But there was no pickup. Like, it was just...
Right.
It was just goes.
Yeah, that's right. There's no give until, bam, it fires. And so that actually makes a big difference on your shooting. And with where the trigger's adjustable, knowing that I can drop that down to, you know, maybe 2.5 pounds or 3 pounds, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, they advertise that it's adjustable 3 to 5 pounds. We didn't test that. We wanted to test the guns all how they came configured.
Out of the box.
Because that's how most people are going to shoot them. The release for the bolt on the other side is really easy. It's not like the Savage where it's a little bit of an ordeal to get it out. Very simple.
Okay, so we've talked about the build, we've talked about the trigger, all sorts of stuff. I want to talk about the factor that matters the most.
Accuracy.
Man, so okay, again, as far as the build goes, like, it's solid, but again, it's a $350 gun. It's fairly unremarkable. Just solidly built, works well, works smoothly. But when you fire this thing, like, you can nail your target at 100 yards. All right, so let's talk about that.
Let's look at numbers. So what we did is we shot 8 groups with 2 different types of ammo and 2 different shooters to eliminate as many variables as possible. And we took the 3 best groups, assuming that we messed some of them up, and our average 4-shot size of the group at 100 yards was .8995.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a sub-MOA gun for $350 with pretty cheap factory ammo.
Yes, exactly. We didn't go buy the best stuff out there.
Not bad at all. Now, to be fair, we were using a nicer scope on it, but this is a pretty cheap Leupold, and it's only 3x9, and the crosshairs are too fat. I don't feel like that gave it an unfair advantage, but it is a thing, and it did have a muzzle brake on it, which I don't know if I care on 6.5 Creedmoor again. But there were a couple factors in there, but it shot really, really well.
Right. Well, and okay, so in our test, there was only one other gun that came close on the accuracy, and for other issues, and that was the Remington. Because of other issues, I'm sorry, the Savage Axis. The Remington I wouldn't buy. The Savage, okay.
Solid choice.
You could make the argument that maybe their accuracy is pretty comparable if you take out these other factors.
Yep.
But taking everything into account, I think this one squeaks out a win.
I think so. I like the trigger on this one better than the Savage. Now, Savage has great triggers, their AccuTrigger, but not what they put in the $350
exactly.
gun. And so I would actually consider this the best gun under $350.
Yeah.
Or $350 and under. If I had to buy one, this is what I would get. I named my son Ruger for a reason. I knew someday in the future we would do this review and it would be our winner. Please give us a subscribe. We're putting a ton of money and effort into this channel to provide a great resource for you.